In the vast expanse of the galaxy, where countless civilizations thrived on their technological advancements and military might, the Galactic Alliance stood as the paramount authority, governing with a blend of diplomacy and force. Its members were races that had long ago crossed the boundaries of their solar systems, exploring, conquering, and occasionally safeguarding peace throughout the stars. On the fringe of the Alliance's territory lay Earth, a relatively primitive planet by galactic standards. Known for its rich culture and biodiverse ecosystem rather than its technological prowess, Earth was often overlooked and sometimes scoffed at by other spacefaring species. However, at the Galactic Alliance's annual military parade on the central planet of Andoria, where fleets and soldiers from numerous worlds demonstrated their strength and sophistication, Earth was about to change the prevailing perception dramatically. General Marcus Gravis, the Andorian commander known for his tactical acumen and somewhat dismissive attitude towards less advanced civilizations, was overseeing the parade preparations. As the representative units from different planets lined up, the Earth contingent arrived, and an audible chuckle rippled through the crowd of onlookers. Clad in what seemed to be rudimentary armored suits compared to the energy shields and plasma armor of other armies, the human soldiers marched in with their heads held high, led by Captain Elaine Harris. Their presence was almost a novelty, an entertaining break from the otherwise formidable display of military power. Captain Harris, aware of the condescending stares, kept her focus forward, her mind on the speech she had prepared and the orders she had received from Earth's Global Defense Headquarters. She knew what was at stake, not just the reputation of Earth, but possibly future alliances and the protection they could offer against potential threats. As the parade commenced, each unit demonstrated their prowess. The Andorian phalanx showcased their latest antimatter rifles, shooting down targets with chilling accuracy. The Zaltrons from Zeta Reticuli displayed their shock troops, capable of teleporting short distances across the field, bypassing obstacles and disorienting their enemies. Finally, it was Earth's turn. "Let's show them what we're made of," Captain Harris whispered to her unit, just before they stepped forward. Rather than a demonstration of firepower or an exhibition of advanced technology, the humans presented a coordinated display of strategic maneuvers, rooted in terrestrial military tactics: surround, outflank, and incapacitate. They utilized simple smoke grenades and holographic decoys, technologies that were almost obsolete in the eyes of many advanced species. To the surprise of the assembly, the human soldiers executed a flawless tactical operation that incapacitated the robotic enemies in a simulated battle scenario. They moved with a fluidity and synchronicity that bespoke rigorous training and a profound understanding of ground warfare, aspects often neglected by species reliant on superior technology. The crowd fell silent, the earlier chuckles dying down. General Gravis, watching from his command post, narrowed his eyes, his interest piqued. As the humans concluded their demonstration, polite applause broke out, gradually growing into a respectful clapping. Captain Harris and her team saluted the audience, their point made. General Gravis approached Captain Harris as the units dispersed. "Captain Harris, I must admit, I was not expecting such a display from your team," he said, extending a hand. "You have reminded us that sophistication in technology does not necessarily replace strategic ingenuity." "Thank you, General Gravis," Captain Harris responded, shaking his hand. "We may not have the same kind of technology, but we believe in maximizing what we have." Her words resonated with several commanders from other systems, and soon delegates from various planets approached her, expressing interest in learning more about Earth's military strategies and even discussing training exchanges. Word of Earth's unexpected performance spread throughout the Alliance. Discussions began on how these primitive tactics could be integrated with high-tech operations, providing a new dimension to warfare that many had dismissed. As Earth's delegation prepared for the return journey, Captain Harris felt a cautious optimism. They had come to Andoria as underdogs, almost a sideshow, but were leaving with newfound respect and serious diplomatic inquiries. Back on Earth, when the news reached the Global Defense Headquarters, plans were quickly drawn to capitalize on this opportunity. It was clear that while Earth might not compete in technology, they had much to offer in resilience, tactics, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. The stage was set for Earth to carve out its place in the galaxy, not through the might of their weapons, but through the strength of their soldiers' hearts and minds. This event was just the beginning of Earth's journey from an interstellar underdog to a respected member of the galactic community. The buzz from Earth's unexpected triumph at the Andoria parade continued to ripple through the corridors of the Galactic Alliance's assembly. As word spread, the human delegation found themselves increasingly involved in various interstellar diplomatic and military forums, an acknowledgement that Earth had more to contribute than previously believed. Back on Earth, Captain Elaine Harris and her team received a hero's welcome. Media from around the world broadcasted their return, and stories of their performance were headline news. But beyond the celebrations, the leadership of Earth's military understood the strategic implications of their newfound status. General Thomas Avery, the head of Earth's Global Defense Headquarters, convened a series of meetings with military and government leaders. The agenda was clear: leverage the respect gained to secure Earth's defenses and establish beneficial alliances. "We have a window of opportunity here," General Avery stated in a high-level briefing. "Our performance has opened doors that were previously closed to us. We must now engage actively with the Galactic Alliance to solidify our position." Captain Harris, still adjusting to her role as a planetary hero, was brought into the strategic planning. Her insights from the field and her interaction with other military leaders were invaluable. "It's not just about military strength," she explained during one of the meetings. "Many of the delegates were impressed with our adaptability and teamwork. These are aspects we can emphasize in joint exercises and training programs." Encouraged by this direction, Earth's diplomats worked with Captain Harris to outline a series of military exchange programs. These programs would not only allow Earth to gain insights into advanced technologies, but also showcase human military techniques that emphasized strategy over firepower. Meanwhile, on Andoria and other central planets in the Galactic Alliance, the perspective on Earth continued to evolve. General Marcus Gravis, having witnessed firsthand the capabilities of Earth's soldiers, became an unlikely advocate for Earth's integration into more critical Alliance operations. At a subsequent meeting of the Galactic Alliance's Security Council, General Gravis presented a proposal for a joint operation involving Earth forces. The operation aimed to stabilize a border region that had been a hotbed of piracy and conflict. "The humans have shown a unique set of skills that I believe will be beneficial in this operation," Gravis argued, facing a mixed audience of intrigue and skepticism. "Their approach to ground tactics combined with our technological superiority could set a new precedent for how we manage security operations." The proposal sparked a vigorous debate among the council members. While some remained skeptical of involving a relatively new and technologically less advanced member, others were persuaded by Gravis's arguments and the recent demonstration of Earth's capabilities. After intense deliberations, the council agreed to a trial operation, codenamed Project Unity, with Earth forces playing a significant role. It was a testament to the changing perceptions about Earth within the Galactic Alliance. Captain Harris was chosen to lead the Earth contingent, a decision that both thrilled and daunted her. Preparing for the mission involved intense training and planning, integrating Earth's tactics with the technology and approaches of their alien counterparts. As the date of the operation neared, Captain Harris addressed her team, now expanded with additional units specially trained for interstellar operations. "This is more than just a mission for us," she said, looking into the eyes of her diverse team. "It's a chance to prove that Earth can be a reliable partner in galactic peacekeeping. Let's show them what we're made of." Project Unity commenced under the watchful eyes of the galaxy. Earth's forces, combined with detachments from 3 other alien races, worked together to address threats in the volatile border region. The operation was challenging, involving skirmishes with pirate fleets, negotiations with local leaders, and the establishment of a peacekeeping presence. Throughout the operation, Captain Harris's leadership shone. Her ability to adapt human tactics to work effectively with alien technologies and personnel proved crucial. The success of these efforts did not just reflect well on her, but on Earth as a whole. By the time Project Unity concluded, it was hailed as a model of interstellar cooperation. The region saw a significant decrease in hostile activities, and the local populations benefited from improved security and trade opportunities. In the aftermath, Earth's stature within the Galactic Alliance grew stronger. The success of the joint operation led to more invitations for Earth to participate in similar ventures. Following the success of Project Unity, the Galactic Alliance began to view Earth's military capabilities in a new light. Captain Elaine Harris's leadership and the unique human approach to tactical warfare had proven effective in a coalition environment, fostering a level of respect and trust that was previously unimaginable for such a young member of the interstellar community. As Earth's involvement in Alliance affairs grew, General Thomas Avery saw the need to further enhance Earth's military infrastructure to meet the demands of their new role. Plans were set in motion to upgrade Earth's space fleet with advanced technologies shared by their alien allies. The Global Defense Headquarters buzzed with activity as engineers and scientists worked alongside alien experts to integrate these technologies into Earth's arsenal. Meanwhile, Captain Harris was invited to the Alliance's Strategic Command Center on the planet Valdor, where high-ranking officials from various member species strategized over the security of the galaxy. It was here that a new challenge emerged. A rogue state known as the Krill Confederacy had begun a campaign of territorial expansion, threatening the stability of several border systems. The Krill Confederacy was notorious for its aggressive posture and disdain for the Galactic Alliance's diplomatic approaches. Their military technology was on par with some of the more advanced civilizations, making them a formidable foe. During a high-level briefing, Admiral Zorak, the Valdorian fleet commander, outlined the situation. The Krill's recent movements suggest they are planning a major offensive into the Tranquil Belt, a region that has been a beacon of peace under Alliance protection, he explained. Their actions could destabilize the entire sector and possibly provoke a larger conflict. The room tensed at the implications. A direct confrontation with the Krill Confederacy could spiral into a significant military conflict that the Alliance was keen to avoid. After the briefing, Admiral Zorak pulled Captain Harris aside. "Captain Harris, your actions in Project Unity have not gone unnoticed," he said, his voice carrying a mix of concern and respect. "I believe your experience in hybrid tactics could be crucial in dealing with the Krill threat. Would you consider leading a task force to the Tranquil Belt?" Harris felt the weight of the request. Leading such a mission would be her most significant challenge yet, but she understood the importance of her role. "I'm honored, Admiral. I'll do everything I can to prevent the escalation and protect those systems," she responded firmly. With approval from Earth's Global Defense Headquarters, Captain Harris began assembling a specialized task force. This unit included members from various Alliance species, each bringing unique skills and perspectives. Together, they trained extensively, blending human ingenuity with alien technology and tactics. The task force's strategy was to show a presence in the Tranquil Belt, conducting patrols and engaging in diplomacy with local systems to reinforce their confidence in the Alliance's protection. At the same time, they were to avoid outright aggression against the Krill, seeking to de-escalate tensions wherever possible. As they deployed, news of their mission spread across the galaxy. The stakes were high, not just for the immediate conflict, but for the implications it held for Earth's growing role within the Alliance. Upon arriving in the Tranquil Belt, Captain Harris initiated talks with local leaders, assuring them of the Alliance's commitment to their safety. Her approach, characterized by respect and understanding, helped strengthen the local system's trust in the Alliance's resolve. However, it wasn't long before the Krill tested their resolve. A fleet of Krill warships made a bold move into a disputed system, directly challenging the task force. Captain Harris faced a critical decision: engage in combat to defend the system or attempt to negotiate with a foe known for its belligerence. Choosing a path that aligned with her experience in Project Unity, Harris requested a parley with the Krill commander. The meeting was tense, with the Krill displaying open disdain for the Alliance and its policies. However, Harris's calm demeanor and strategic acumen gradually shifted the conversation from confrontation to compromise. After intense negotiations, an agreement was reached to pull back forces from the disputed system, with the Alliance promising to address some of the Krill's long-standing grievances through diplomatic channels. This resolution was a testament to Harris's leadership and the effectiveness of combining human diplomacy with tactical prowess. The successful de-escalation was hailed as a diplomatic victory for the Alliance and further solidified Earth's reputation as a valuable member. Captain Harris returned to Earth as a celebrated strategist, her approach becoming a study case in military academies across the galaxy. Back on Earth, as General Avery reviewed the mission's outcomes, he realized the importance of continuing to foster these new capabilities. "We've shown the galaxy that humanity brings more than just numbers to the table," he remarked in a briefing with Earth's Defense Council. "We bring a new perspective, one that can change the course of conflicts and shape the future of the Alliance." As Earth prepared for the next challenges, they did so with the confidence that their unique contributions to the Galactic Alliance were not only recognized, but embraced. The path ahead was uncertain, but with leaders like Captain Harris, Earth was ready to face whatever came their way, armed with the strength of their convictions and the diversity of their tactics. In the wake of the successful negotiation with the Krill Confederacy, the Galactic Alliance saw a period of relative peace. Earth's stature continued to rise, with Captain Elaine Harris becoming a symbol of the new era of diplomacy and tactical innovation. However, peace in the galaxy is often a precarious state, susceptible to the ambitions and fears of its countless inhabitants. Months after the resolution of the Krill conflict, a new crisis loomed. The Zephyrian domain, a powerful and somewhat isolationist member of the Alliance, experienced a sudden and violent coup. The new regime, led by the militant General Raxus, expressed deep-seated resentment towards the Alliance's policies, which they felt infringed on their sovereignty. General Raxus's first act was to expel Alliance representatives from Zephyrian space and declare a re-evaluation of their membership in the Alliance. This bold move sent shockwaves through the Alliance, raising fears of a potential military confrontation that could draw multiple systems into conflict. General Thomas Avery convened an emergency session with Earth's top military and political leaders to discuss the situation. "The Zephyrian coup presents a significant threat not just to the stability of their system, but to the entire Alliance," Avery briefed. "Their military capabilities are substantial, and if Raxus decides to leave the Alliance, it could encourage other dissatisfied members to follow suit." The decision was made to send Captain Harris and a diplomatic team to Zephyr to engage with General Raxus and assess the situation. Given her track record with the Krill, there was hope that she could negotiate a de-escalation. Upon arrival, Harris and her team were met with suspicion and hostility. The atmosphere on Zephyr was charged, with a strong military presence on the streets. Meeting General Raxus, Harris faced a leader who was both charismatic and fiercely nationalist. "Captain Harris, while I respect what you have achieved in your previous engagements," Raxus began, his tone firm yet courteous, "you must understand that Zephyr is not looking to follow anyone's lead. We seek to protect our interests, even if that means standing alone." Harris listened intently, knowing that finding common ground with Raxus would be key. "General Raxus, I understand your concerns about sovereignty. I'm not here to dictate terms, but to discuss how we can address your concerns while maintaining the unity and security of the galaxy." Their discussions continued for days, with Harris working tirelessly to bridge the gap between Raxus's demands and the Alliance's policies. Meanwhile, the situation in the galaxy remained tense, with Alliance members watching closely and preparing for any possible outcomes. As talks progressed, Harris managed to slowly break down some of the barriers, highlighting the risks of isolation and the benefits of cooperative security. She proposed a new framework for Zephyrian participation in the Alliance, one that would ensure greater autonomy in their internal affairs while maintaining their commitments to collective security. Back on Earth, the situation was monitored with bated breath. The outcome of these negotiations would not only determine the future relationship with Zephyr, but could also set a precedent for how the Alliance managed internal dissent and sovereignty issues. After intense negotiations, a breakthrough was achieved. Raxus agreed to a provisional agreement that would be presented to the Zephyrian Governing Council. In return, Harris secured a commitment from Raxus to halt any military actions against Alliance forces or members. The agreement was a delicate balance of interests, one that satisfied neither party entirely but averted a potential crisis. Upon Harris's return, her ability to negotiate such a complex arrangement was praised, though some criticized the concessions as too accommodating. In the Galactic Alliance, the resolution of the Zephyrian crisis reinforced the value of diplomacy and strategic negotiation. Earth's role as a mediator was solidified, and Captain Harris's reputation as a skilled diplomat grew even stronger. However, the galaxy remained a place of dynamic and sometimes unpredictable power shifts. Each crisis managed and resolved brought valuable lessons and experiences, but also highlighted the inherent challenges in maintaining peace in such a diverse and complex environment. As Earth continued to navigate these turbulent waters, General Avery and his advisors knew that each success brought new challenges. The balance of power was always shifting, and Earth had to remain vigilant and adaptable. The lessons learned from each engagement were invaluable in preparing for future challenges, and under leaders like Captain Harris, Earth was becoming a respected and influential force in the galactic landscape. The story of Earth's integration into the Galactic Alliance was evolving, marked by challenges and successes, and driven by the relentless pursuit of peace and stability. As new threats and opportunities emerged, the commitment to diplomacy and tactical innovation remained central to Earth's strategy, shaping their path forward in the cosmos. As the galaxy enjoyed a fragile peace following the resolution of the Zephyrian crisis, the Galactic Alliance found itself at a crossroads. Earth's role as a mediator had been crucial in diffusing several potential conflicts, yet the underlying tensions among various member states continued to simmer. Captain Elaine Harris, having become a central figure in diplomatic circles, found herself increasingly called upon to navigate these complex waters. Back on Earth, preparations were underway for an upcoming interstellar summit to be hosted on Andoria, aimed at reinforcing the bonds among Alliance members and addressing the underlying causes of dissent within the coalition. The summit would bring together leaders from all member planets, and expectations were high for substantial progress toward a more unified galaxy. General Thomas Avery and Captain Harris spent weeks in strategy sessions, discussing Earth's positions and proposals. "We need to be proactive," Avery emphasized. "This summit isn't just about maintaining peace, it's about moving forward, strengthening our alliances, and laying down a roadmap for future collaboration." Captain Harris was tasked with leading Earth's delegation. Before departing, she met with Earth's president and top advisors. "Our goal is clear," the president said. "We must ensure that the alliance not only stays together but grows stronger and more cohesive. The challenges we face are not just external. The internal fractures within the alliance could prove just as dangerous." Arriving on Andoria, Harris was greeted by a mix of old allies and new faces. The summit atmosphere was tense, with many delegates concerned about the increasing number of disputes over territory, resources, and cultural differences within the alliance. The first day of the summit involved ceremonial greetings and general statements from each member. However, it was during the closed-door sessions that the real work began. Harris found herself mediating between factions, using her now considerable diplomatic skills to foster dialogue and seek compromise. One of the most contentious issues was the proposal for a unified defense protocol, which aimed to coordinate military resources across the alliance more effectively. While some saw this as a necessary step toward enhancing collective security, others viewed it as an infringement on their sovereignty. As debates raged within the conference halls, reports came in of a new threat. A rogue group known as the Marauders had begun attacking trade routes on the outer edges of Alliance space. The attacks were highly coordinated and devastatingly effective, leading to significant losses and heightened fears among the outer systems. The news of the attacks shifted the focus of the summit. Urgency replaced diplomatic formality, and Captain Harris worked tirelessly to forge a consensus on how to respond. "We cannot let these attacks divide us," she urged in a passionate speech to the assembly. "Now more than ever, we need to stand united, not just in defense of our territories, but of our shared values and objectives." Her words resonated, and a session was quickly organized to strategize a response. Under Harris's leadership, a coalition force was assembled, combining assets from several alliance members. The plan was not only to defend against the Marauders, but to root out their bases and cut off their support networks. As the summit drew to a close, the delegates agreed on a series of measures to strengthen the alliance. These included not only the Unified Defense Protocol, but also initiatives to improve economic cooperation and cultural exchange. The threat of the Marauders had, paradoxically, served to unify the alliance, reminding all members of their interdependence. Captain Harris returned to Earth with a mixture of exhaustion and satisfaction. She had played a crucial role in navigating through one of the most challenging diplomatic landscapes in recent history. The agreements reached at the summit, however, would need to be implemented effectively, and the coalition forces prepared to take on the Marauders. Back at the Global Defense Headquarters, General Avery greeted her with a somber nod. "Well done, Elaine. But the hard work is just beginning. These Marauders are unlike any threat we've faced before. It's not just their military capabilities. It's their ability to destabilize our alliances through fear and uncertainty." Captain Harris prepared to lead the coalition force against the Marauders, aware that the outcome would significantly impact the future of the alliance. As ships from across the galaxy gathered under her command, she felt the weight of her responsibilities. Not only must she defeat a formidable enemy, but she must also ensure that the fragile unity of the Galactic Alliance held firm. The coming conflict would test not just the military mettle of the Alliance, but the very ideals it stood for. As the fleet set out, the stars above seemed to watch in silent anticipation, the galaxy's fate hanging in the balance. As Captain Elaine Harris prepared her coalition forces for the impending conflict with the Marauders, she understood the stakes extended beyond the immediate military threat. The unity and future of the Galactic Alliance hinged on their response. Earth, once an underdog in galactic politics, was now at the forefront of a critical battle that would define their place in the cosmos. The Marauders, adept at guerrilla tactics and known for their hit-and-run attacks on civilian convoys, presented a different kind of challenge. Unlike organized state armies, their operations were decentralized, with cells operating independently across vast stretches of space. This modus operandi made them elusive and difficult to engage in conventional warfare. General Avery, back on Earth, monitored the situation closely. "Remember, Elaine, the Marauders thrive on causing fear and chaos," he advised during one of their strategy sessions. "Your approach should not just be about engaging them in battle, but disrupting their operations and undercutting their support structures." Captain Harris took the advice to heart, devising a strategy that combined military strikes with intelligence operations aimed at isolating the Marauders from any logistical or informational support they were receiving covertly from within the Alliance. This dual approach required tight coordination among diverse military units, a challenge given the varied technological and tactical backgrounds of the coalition forces. To foster unity and efficiency, Harris organized joint training exercises, focusing on integrating different technologies and combat doctrines. These exercises not only helped the disparate units work together more effectively, but also built trust among the troops, essential for the success of their mission. As the coalition prepared, reports came in of another Marauder strike, this time on a mining colony on the outer rim of Alliance space. The attack resulted in significant casualties and heightened urgency within the coalition to take decisive action. With the coalition forces finally coordinated and prepared, Captain Harris launched the first phase of her plan. Small, agile squads of ships were deployed to known Marauder hotspots, not to engage directly, but to gather intelligence and cut off supply lines. Simultaneously, cyber units worked to infiltrate Marauder communication networks to gather intelligence and sow confusion. These initial operations met with success. Several Marauder supply ships were intercepted, and vital intel about their operational structures was obtained. This information helped refine the coalition's strategy, giving them a clearer picture of the Marauders' operational hubs and command centers. With tangible targets identified, Captain Harris shifted to the second phase of her plan: direct engagement. The coalition forces converged on a major Marauder base located in an asteroid field in the Belarus sector, a notorious haven for pirates and outlaws. The battle for the Belarus sector was fierce. The Marauders, aware they were fighting not just for their base, but for their survival, mounted a robust defense. The coalition forces, led by Captain Harris, had to navigate the treacherous asteroid field while exchanging heavy fire with Marauder ships. Amidst the chaos, Captain Harris's leadership shone. She maneuvered her flagship, the Valiant, with expert precision, directing her fleet in a complex ballet of fire and evasion. Under her command, the coalition forces slowly gained the upper hand, disabling the Marauder defenses and landing troops on the asteroid to dismantle their base operations. The ground battle was brutal. Human troops and their alien allies faced fierce resistance from the Marauders, who were determined to fight to the last. But the training and preparation paid off. The coalition troops, using a combination of high-tech weaponry and human ingenuity, overcame the Marauders, securing the base and capturing key leaders. With the fall of their main base, the backbone of the Marauder operations was broken. Remaining cells, now isolated and without support, began to surrender or disband. The success of the mission sent a powerful message across the galaxy. The Galactic Alliance, with Earth playing a pivotal role, could not only defend its borders but also maintain stability and order. In the aftermath of the victory, celebrations erupted across Alliance space. Captain Harris was hailed as a hero, her image broadcast across countless worlds as a symbol of unity and strength. However, the celebration was tempered with the awareness that the galaxy remained a place of uncertainty and potential conflict. Back on Earth, General Avery met with Captain Harris upon her return. "You've done more than win a battle today, Elaine," he said, his voice filled with pride and relief. "You've helped secure a future for Earth within the Alliance, one where we are seen as equals, as leaders." As they looked ahead, both understood that the peace they had fought for was tentative. The galaxy was ever-changing, and new challenges would emerge. But for now, Earth had proven its mettle, not just surviving but thriving in the interstellar arena, ready to face whatever the future held.